Welcome everyone to my Wave 50, my double maze. Give you a little quick tour. Over here we have our 4 ballistas set up. And this is the end of this maze. We'll take you through backwards. Through cutters, shredders, compressors, spike floor traps, flamer, more of the same, ballista, and cutters. With a barb field just to slow them down, give them a little nick. That was the first one I built. I really don't use that much anymore. I mainly use this second one here. If that fox gets through. Nope. Or wolf. I added those walls there to try to help funnel them in a little better. Just added a couple cutters, see what they do. They won't last long, but they should take a couple of them out anyways. Added some more spikes through here. Want to see how it affects their pathing. I might have to cut a couple holes in here. You don't really want to block their path, you just want to slow them down. So my second maze, which is, I can actually let this go without refilling it and they don't get to the end. So I think we're going to try that again tonight, see if they can make it to the bait. Cutters, shredders, compressors, guillotines, more of the same. Some ballista launchers here at the end of the corridors. Now, for the most part, the farthest they've made it to is right here. Really haven't gotten past this, especially if I leave this flamer loaded. Not even a chance. Another ballista there, and then as a last ditch, another flamer. Actually, the last ditch stuff is up here. More compressors, guillotines, and some trapped floors that they'll fall out and have to go through it all over again. Of course, the bait trap does wonders. So let's see what happens, guys. Here's to see how those walls work. I just put them up for this wave. Hopefully they don't tear them down. And I have a ton of ballista, or trebuchet ammo. So let's go ahead and load them up from the start. All these 3 chests here are full, completely full with trebuchet bombs. I put them over here because I initially had them up top there and they were blowing up right underneath me and doing damage to me. So I moved them over there to see if they would work a little better. Initially had them in here, and I set up my fancy table there. Yeah, I had them set up right there, and they were blowing up right underneath me. So I put them over there to see if that helps. So we'll see. Really didn't need to load them so soon, but I have so much ammunition that I might as well. Those walls don't seem to be hurting. Don't seem to be affecting the way they pad. Yeah, that's what they were doing when they were behind me. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm gonna have to try to figure something else out. Maybe just eliminate them altogether. I mean, honestly, I think I need to bump up the difficulty some because unless they really ramp up the hit points and damage of the zombies, I don't really. I think I'm gonna be able to go quite a ways with this base. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Be nice if you could change the difficulty after you've started a game. Maybe that's something that developers will add in the future. Unless they haven't, I just don't know it. Yeah, so my barbs seem to be doing good. When they do a little serpentine through your barbs like that, that's when it, because they get a little nick on each one they pass there, but they won't attack them. So that's good. See, if those trebuchets would stay out there, that would be perfect. They start blowing up here inside the base, and that starts doing damage to myself as well. So 2 o'clock they usually come over from this way too, as well. So a couple barbs there, some shredders. I mean, they run out fairly quickly, but it helps thin them out a little bit. See, I put lights way out there on those buildings, but it doesn't really help. You can't see them that, really can't see them that far. Kind of can, maybe just a little bit, but I actually have a base or a platform out there that I had a light on. And the one night I had the pathing messed up a little bit, and they completely. I had a bunch of fences out there actually, and they completely destroyed everything. So I fixed the pathing, redid the fences. I just haven't put a light back on top of that yet. They destroyed the light, but not the platform. I don't get it because they can't even reach the light without destroying the platform. So I'm not sure how that worked, but. So looks like all these traps here at the beginning of the maze are out now. That cutter's or shredder's out. That shredder's out. My compressors are out. Hey, I know you'd think that they would get all the way over here, but we'll see. Still have all these. I think these ballistas are really doing a lot of damage to them. I have upgraded ballista bolts. I really like these bridges as well. Well, you can see through them. You can load through them. I mean, you know you can load through the floors as well, but the only downfall is you can't put anything on top of them. You can't put traps on top of them. You can't put these little railings on top of them. You can't put anything on top of them, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I haven't come this way yet. The last couple of nights they've been two streams from this way and this way. If that's the case, I might just wall that off completely and maybe leave just a little tiny opening here and then put a bunch of shredders there. We'll see. Oh, one of them must have fell off. You got that flamer going. What happens is when you put these cutters on the edges like this, it knocks them off a lot of times, and then they have to run all the way back around. Couple traps there yet with still working. We're gonna try to go the whole night without reloading anything, but we'll see. I haven't got to second hour yet, and they're almost all the way to the end before they go up the steps over there, so I might have to reload. I like holding off loading as long as it can. I think it helps reduce the damage because it spreads it out through the entire maze instead of concentrate. I mean, I could just stand here all night and just keep reloading these over and over and over again, but I'll know when they reach the top of the step when that flamer starts going off over there. Till then, we'll just let them come on in. And again, I think these spike fields, um, it slows them down and it nicks them up all the way in. So, as long as they're not attacking them, I'll keep putting them out there. Although I'm probably close to my limit. If I take them out any further, they'll start beating on them. Okay, so there the flamers going off, so they must reach the top of the steps over there. Still don't have the big wave yet. I'm fairly certain when we do, you'll see them come from over here as well. At least they have the last couple times. And see that flamer actually knocks them off the edge as well. I mean, and I have a ton of fuel. Those oil derricks are well worth it. Sometimes you only get one shot. Sometimes you get the most I've gotten out of a single time is 4. So that gives you 40 fuel potentially out of one reload, and it doesn't take a whole lot to keep them running. I usually fill them 2 or 3 times a day. I have a couple chests full of fuel, so not really worried about running out of that anytime soon. Yeah, you can see pretty much all the traps are out. They're just running through the maze right now. They get over that to that end though, and then they're toast. And then on the return trip, they get fried on this, and oops, I set myself on fire. And then I have those cutters down there to give them damage as well. And that was kind of dumb. Well, they haven't come over from over there yet. Maybe they're not gonna this tonight. He's probably gonna start beating on them now. When they start going back and forth like that, a lot of times they'll start beating on stuff. But yeah, let's go over here and see what's going on over here. Looks like this is where all the action is. Oh, I love that flamer. Oh, somebody's beating on the base somewhere. That's not good. We don't like to see that. Probably one that got knocked off. Well, see, I mean, I think this base is going to be good to go for quite a few hordes yet. Like I said, unless they really start amping up the hit points and damage that they do. Or I run out of resources. I mean, they haven't even got to this flamer yet. Damage is minimal. I mean, that's well in the 90s. Of course, they really didn't get to that one, so that's not really a good um, outlier. And that one's 80. Although these guillotines aren't very durable. Get out of there. Alright, alright. Put yourself out. Let's go down here and check because a lot of times there's, down here at the end for some reason, there's fire dogs that can't seem to get across this guardrail down here. Get down there and see if they made it across. Yeah, see, there he comes. For some reason he gets, usually always at least one or two of them that gets hung up. Oh, there is two. Oh, there's three of them. Alright, bring them back. Actually, I have a ton of... I thought I saw three of them. No, maybe it was only one. And I have a ton of ammo too, so... no sense in hanging on to it. See, I think I'll stagger the openings in here. That way they don't have such a straight shot. I mean, they're really not doing a whole lot of damage to these, and it's only a tree branch to fix them, so... I want to put them real close together, though. Just enough to nick them up a little bit. Of course, I'm going to kill myself to get through here. So let's see what we did here. Of course, that one's all the way out. These are all completely drained. But, I mean, you can see no damage. And I think what helps is that they're going through the maze and not staying in one spot the whole time. So that's down to 97. And guillotines, they're not very durable. They do a ton of damage. They're slow, but I put these cutters against the edge because they want to take the shortest path. So if I would have put them over here, they would just come over here and run right down by them. Now sometimes they do get in behind it, but they're still taking a ton of damage. So got another. Oh, there's the other zombie dog. I can tell it. See if he makes it all the way. Probably not. Yep. I didn't bring any more ballista. That's okay. I can fill it from the top. See, really the only damage that's taken is the traps. I mean, very minimal damage on the walls and columns. Great to see. I mean, I would like to up the damage, but I don't really don't want to have to start all over again. I'm curious. I mean, I will. I am gonna take the difficulty level up, but I'm just curious to see how far I can go. So my goal is to see how far I can go and still escape. So up at the airport, I set up a mini little trap area. Closed off the airport entrance. Put a door. I'm gonna put some traps out front. So my theory is this way. Once I get to the point where this base collapses, if it does ever eventually, then I can still make a getaway, and I mean, at least that way I can say I still beat the game, which I have already. It's not very hard to beat the game. You can do that in probably by level 20 anyways, if at the most. But what's fun in that, you know? Let's see how far we can make it without and survive. So thanks for watching, guys. That was my level 50 double maze. Thanks for watching. See you next time.